Hey there, everyone. It's Fred Thomas, and you are watching Rideable TV, the home of Frame and Wheel 80 bikes and all things bike. And I'm doing a Frame and Wheel tips and tricks video on how to measure the size of your bike. But before I do that, Frame and Wheel is the leading full service provider of reselling services for cyclists, bike shops, bike companies, and cycling related nonprofit organizations. And we are standing by to help you get your cycling gear sold. There are all sorts of videos on the Frame and Wheel playlist that explains how the process works, how we can get your stuff from your location to us and to the market. We're standing by to help with all of that because you've got so many other things to do than to deal with the cut and thrust of online commerce. But enough of that. If you are, in fact, trying to sell your bike, which I think everyone should do at least once or twice, it's important to be able to show in your description the size of your bike. And for some of you, that's pretty straightforward stuff. But for others, it may be totally foreign. But it's important to be able to provide to your potential buyers the exact size of the bike. And buyers are looking for just a few key measurements. And if you know what those things are, you can put them in your description. It'll answer the questions right away. The description will look great. It'll inspire confidence. It'll help you get the deal done. So there are four that we use at Frame Wheel. We're measuring bikes all the time. And here are the four that we use. Here's a bike. Usually, when you try to find out the size of your bike, there will be a sticker right here at the bottom of the seat tube with a number on it in centimeters. And that's the size of the bike, 54, 56, 59 centimeters. Sometimes it's not there. If it's not there, there will be some numbers on the bottom of the bottom bracket. So you just flip the bike over, take a look, and sometimes it's pretty clear that it's a series of numbers and then 53 at the end. But sometimes it's that's not so clear either. Some manufacturers have a sticker right here underneath the top tube that says the size. But if you're having no luck with that, then you have to get out your tape measure and do a couple of measurements. Don't use inches. 20 and 15/17 or 3/8 doesn't mean a whole lot to cyclists. It means a lot more to carpenters, but use centimeters. That's the measurements that are used. So the first one we use is measure is the seat tube, and we take the tape measure, put one end right at the center of the crankset there, bring it right up to the top of the seat tube, right to the top of the clamp there, and that is your first size number, 53 centimeters. Most manufacturers use the seat tube to determine the size that they present on the bike and in the description. So that's your first one that you want to write down. The next one that cyclists will always ask for is the effective top tube, and that is really that's the distance. I'll show you right here from the center of the steer tube, which is this part here underneath the stem, to the center of the seat tube in a horizontal line right across the top of the top tube. So precisely as I'm showing you right here, that is an effective top tube measurement. It's also 53 centimeters. It might be 53.2 or something, but that number, it means a lot to cyclists because it indicates just what the distance is, between the seat and the handlebars, and what the rider's position on the bike will be. That's the second one. The third one that we use frequently is almost all the time is the head tube, which is this part of the bike here. And you just measure from just under the headset cover, from the top edge of the head tube all the way to the bottom of the head tube here. Don't include the headset cover just the edges of the top tube. That's 14 centimeters. That gives a indication of what the position of the rider will be on the bike. The last one we use is a little bit more, I don't know, it's esoteric. It provides extra information, and that's really just the distance straight from the center of the bottom bracket to the top edge of the seat. When the seat post is set at the minimum insert, it sort of, this is not set up at the minimum insert, but if you do that, if you just loosen the seat post, bring it out to where the minimum insert line is, you will get a sort of total maximum distance. In this case, it'd be probably 77 centimeters rather than 70. And that shows the maximum distance that you can obtain from the top of the seat to the center of the bottom bracket for this size frame set. So what that means is a rider who is my height, 5'9", 5'10", can ride this, will be able to fit comfortably on this bike. But if someone is 6 feet, 6'1", they could pull the seat post up a little bit and still ride this frame. It might be smaller in other aspects, but their legs could still move comfortably on the seat. So it's perhaps it's the last one to throw in there. If you don't want to deal with moving the seat post around, that's fine too. You will have communicated the size of the bike very effectively just by doing the seat post, the effective top tube, and the head tube. So that is a quick video on how to obtain a good, accurate, comprehensive size of your bike for your description in case you are trying to list your bike on a on a selling platform somewhere. Of course, if you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, Framing Wheel is standing by to do it for you. But it's good that everybody tries it at least once. But once you get tired of it, reach out to me at Framing Wheel, and I will be very happy to help get your stuff from your location to the market. That's all we got. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.